In 1954, one heavy afternoon, in the city of St. Louis, Missouri, a man in his early 50s stood alone outside a small diner, clutching a stainless steel milkshake machine. That man was Ray Kroc, a traveling salesman with tired feet and an undying dream. What he didn't know that day was that he was standing on the edge of a revolution, one that would transform the way the world ate forever. Ray Kroc wasn't born into greatness, he was born into struggle. From the moment he entered the world in 1902 in Oak Park, Illinois, life never handed him anything easy. As a teenager, he lied about his age to drive ambulances during World War I. When the war ended, he returned not as a hero, but as a man with no plan, piano player, paper cup salesman. Decades passed. Ray moved from job to job, always searching, always selling, never arriving. Friends saw him as charming. His wife saw him as restless. But Ray, he saw himself as unfinished. He was 52, broke, tired, and on the verge of fading into obscurity. But fate was just getting started. In 1954, while pushing his latest product, the multi-mixer, a machine that could make 5 milkshakes at once, Ray received an order that stunned him. A small drive-in in San Bernardino, California, wanted 8 machines. 8. That meant they were making 40 milkshakes at the same time. No restaurant needed that much capacity, unless something different was happening there. Ray's curiosity ignited. He grabbed his briefcase, booked a ticket, and headed west. What he found was beyond anything he'd seen. A small, spotless restaurant. No waiters, no car hops, no clutter, just speed, precision, and simplicity. Burgers, fries, shakes, all served in under 30 seconds. The system ran like a symphony. Behind it were 2 brothers, Richard and Maurice McDonald. They weren't flashy, they weren't ambitious, but they were brilliant. They'd created the speedy service system, a revolutionary way to prepare fast food. To them, it was just a local operation. But to Ray, it was the blueprint for an empire. Ray Kroc saw what they didn't. He didn't just see a restaurant. He saw a new way of life. Families lining up, children holding happy meals, golden arches lighting up highways from coast to coast. While the brothers were content with their 1 store, Ray wanted 1,000, and he wasn't about to wait for permission. He pitched the idea of franchising. At first, the McDonald brothers hesitated. They had tried before and failed. Quality had dropped. Standards had vanished. But Ray was persistent. "I will protect your name," he promised. No compromises. Eventually, they agreed. Ray Kroc became the official franchise agent for McDonald's, and the journey began. But building an empire wasn't romantic. Ray worked out of a small office in Des Plaines, Illinois. He drove from town to town, pitching the vision to anyone who would listen. Most didn't. He mortgaged his home. He clashed with his wife. He was drowning in debt. But every time someone said no, Ray dug deeper. He recruited franchisees not for money, but for belief. He trained them, mentored them, demanded consistency. No deviation. Same burgers, same fries, same smiles. Every time. By 1955, he opened the first franchised McDonald's in Des Plaines. The response was explosive. People came not just for the food, but for the experience. Clean counters, friendly service, affordable prices. It wasn't just a meal, it was a moment. Families felt safe, kids felt joy, and Ray finally felt seen. But behind the success, storm clouds gathered. Ray's relationship with the McDonald brothers grew tense. They wanted control. He wanted freedom. They wanted slow growth. He wanted the world. Ray needed more than burgers. He needed leverage. That's when he discovered a game-changing idea: real estate. Instead of just selling franchises, Ray formed the Franchise Realty Corporation. He would buy the land where McDonald's restaurants would be built and lease it to the franchisees. Suddenly, Ray wasn't just a burger guy. He was a landowner, a businessman, a visionary. This move gave him power over every store, every operator, every contract. The brothers didn't see it coming. By the early 1960s, tensions reached their peak. Ray offered to buy them out. They agreed for $2.7 million. A handshake sealed the deal. But in that handshake, something was left behind. A verbal promise of future royalties. That promise was never honored. The brothers' names slowly vanished from history, while Ray's rose to legend. By 1965, McDonald's had grown to over 700 locations. Ray took the company public. Investors lined up. The golden arches rose like monuments across America. In towns big and small, McDonald's became a symbol of the American dream. Fast, reliable, familiar. You could be in Texas or New York, and the fries would taste the same. It was comfort, it was culture, but the man behind it all was not without critics. Many called Ray ruthless, ambitious, cold, and maybe he was. But what couldn't be denied was his vision. Ray Kroc didn't invent the burger. He didn't create the system, but he saw what others didn't. Scale, brand, uniformity. He took a local idea and turned it into a global phenomenon. As the years passed, Ray continued to expand McDonald's across continents. Japan, Australia, Europe. The menu evolved. The Happy Meal was born. Ronald McDonald became a global mascot. McDonald's wasn't just a restaurant chain. It was a cultural force. Ray Kroc passed away in 1984, but the empire he'd built never stopped growing. Today, McDonald's serves over 70 million people a day in more than 100 countries. Its arches shine on highways, city streets, airports, and schools. A place where a child's laughter meets a father's paycheck, where a $5 bill still means something. It all began with a man standing under the sun in St. Louis, holding a milkshake machine, refusing to give up, because sometimes all it takes is one stubborn heart to change the way the world eats. If you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend watching this next one. It's just as powerful.